I guess we need to be ready to skedaddle should the river start to rise, but this is great. Good morning, Fluffy dog. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. This really was an amazing campsite. I have to admit, I got a titch worried when it started to rain, but it was fine and it was amazing. And you may notice that I'm in a different location than the end of the last episode, and that's because I had camera difficulties, technical difficulties, and it happens sometimes. And so what I'm going to do is rewind a bit, because most of the morning where I said good morning to Fluffy dog and said good morning to you guys and showed you where we are on a map, did not record any audio. But a little later in the morning, it magically started working, so we are going to rewind right now and pick up where the camera actually started working correctly, which is at the beginning of a hike to a beautiful waterfall called Chief Sikanni Waterfalls. And so in a few minutes, we'll see you right back here. Fluffy's gonna wait in the car because he can't do this walk. He is still on exercise restriction. It's only a kilometer though, so it should be real quick. We've got our bear spray and our Garmin, just in case. Oh, that doesn't show up on camera at all, but that's a little steep. I am having to do this kind of walk. Excellent. I made it down without dying. I had to grab onto a tree here and there, but yeah, it's pretty short, but it goes down pretty quick. Now we're on nice level stuff. Oh, look at that. Those are lady slipper orchids. I hope those orchids came out on camera. They're lovely. I don't know if it's the same here as it is in Colorado, but those particular orchids start coming out the same time morel mushrooms start coming out. I think it's still too cold here for the morels, but I'm gonna keep my eye out. Definitely keeping my eye out. The forest floor here is like really lumpy. I assume like trees fell down and they decayed and stuff grew on top of them, and it makes the forest really lumpy. It's cool. Like it's really pretty. It's really weird hiking without Fluffy dog. I don't like it. I mean, I do. This is a lovely hike, but I definitely would prefer to have my Fluffy dog. I can't see the falls yet, but I can hear them. We are at another watch where you step kind of part. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty steep grade. And they don't make any steps or anything in the trails apparently in British Columbia, or at least this part. It's there, you gotta watch my feet. Watching my feet again. Kind of interesting. They have different approach to building trails than what I typically see in the States. At least this trail. I mean, it just goes down. It's not going to be that fun to go back up. I don't know whether I should go down there or go that way. Going down this path looks correct. It sounds correct, as in the waterfall's getting louder as I'm walking down this path. Side trip, because that's a cool little crack in the rock. Got some ice down there. That's cool. That looks super unstable. Neat little brief side trip. And now, theoretically, onto the falls. Oh, that's magnificent. That's a beautiful waterfall. I'm glad I did this little hike. You can hike further and get other views, but I got Fluffy waiting in the car, and you know, I'm, as usual, not wearing actual hiking shoes of any kind, so we're not gonna tread off down the trail any further. All right, now we gotta climb back up all this steep stuff. I just paused to catch my breath on the way up and just realized you could see the falls from this little spot on the trail that I missed on the way down. Just barely, but you can see them. I've made it back to the car, and now we got to safely make it a bunch of miles down this logging road without getting run over by a logging truck. You gotta watch out for them. They do not watch out for you. This is a particularly interesting little bit of the road. I think it would be a really bad idea to come down this road when it's muddy. Fortunately, it is not muddy right now, but it looks like people have had to do some things to make the road passable. I totally didn't catch it on camera. There was a bear just running down the road. He went that way. That's what I get for not keeping my camera on. But there was a bear. Looked like a black bear. It was a brown bear, but it was a black bear. As in, it was brown in color, but not a grizzly. Just a black bear. We've reached the highway, and I still have no cell signal, and the Starlink's out of commission because I'm out of electric for it. So gotta wait for those batteries to charge. So we're looking at the book to figure out where we are and where we're going. Looks like our next stop is Fort Nelson, and I think it's about 100 kilometers from here. Maybe 130. I don't know if the camera captured that, but there was a ton of mud just flying off the back of the Jeep. I was a bit off on the kilometers because I just passed a sign that said that Fort Nelson is 176 kilometers away. We should have plenty of gas, so I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're good. We're not going to be coming in there with a full tank, but we should be fine on gas. I have been getting tantalizing glimpses of this lovely valley ringed with mountains as I'm driving along the road, and there was no place to stop. And finally there's a place to stop. I know we're not even that far north yet, but it really does feel like you're kind of driving on top of the world here. It's amazing. There's a bear right at the side of the road. It's my second bear today. I don't know the etiquette of stopping, but the person in front of me stopped on the highway. Usually that's not a good idea. But they were stopped and I couldn't go around them, so I stopped too. That was neat. It's really difficult to convey just how vast this land is. It's big. It's really, really big. Just mind-bogglingly huge. I have definitely reached the getting hypnotized by the road portion of this journey. I hope we get to Fort Nelson soon. We are approaching Fort Nelson. Tons of oil and gas stuff here. We're not quite to town yet. We're a little below a quarter of a tank left, so I judged that okay. Gas is $1.53 a liter here. That's a lot. That is also probably the cheapest I'm going to find gas for a while, because it's gonna get more expensive the further north we go. It was too slow on the draw with the camera, but there was another bear. That's amazing. And apparently we are traveling through country where there's a herd of wild buffalo or bison. I haven't seen one yet, but I'm keeping my eyes open. There's another bear. Sorry, I wasn't quick enough with my second camera to get better video of him, but that's my fourth bear. We're getting into more mountainous terrain, and I think these are foothills to the Northern Rockies. I think. Not sure. I'd have to look at a map, which I have not done. Take a look at this. It's gorgeous. This is like a painting, a really good painting. It's stunning. Of course, I do believe that where we are camping tonight is where all those storm clouds are. So there's that. We're driving through Stone Mountain Provincial Park, and I presume that big triangular mountain thingy is probably Stone Mountain. This might be the high point on the Alaskan Highway. I think it could be. There's a place called Summit Lake that is the high point on the Alaska Highway. I only know that because I read it in a book this morning. Summit Lake is the highest point on the Alaska Highway. And it's beautiful, of course. Everything is beautiful. Crystal clear water and cool ice. I love that needle kind of ice in the lakes and rivers. I don't know, it's neat. And I think it's time to carry on. We are almost at our campground or campsite. The place we're gonna camp tonight, we're almost there. This is a cool road to go down. A lot of rock fall right at the side of the road, and a couple on the road. And oh my, look what's coming up. I hope I actually got that on camera, because that was beautiful. And just kind of unexpected. I guess I didn't know what to expect at all from the northern Rockies, and they're pretty nice. This would be a pretty amazing area to just hike and hang out and camp and backpack and do all the things for like a summer. How awesome would that be? That would be cool. Okay, let's hope this road is not muddy. It has been raining a lot. I guess we need to be ready to skedaddle should the river start to rise. But this is great. There you go. I mean, it's kind of cloudy, but this is our view. What a campsite. Do campsites get better than this? I mean, I guess it'd be a little bit better if maybe it weren't quite so close to the river because of the flooding potential, but this is astounding. And getting some clear, cold mountain water. Yeah. It's a little breezy today, and I'm setting up the awning because that looks like rain is going to happen. But holy moly. This is a great camp spot. Good boy, eat your dinner. I'm sorry I interrupted you by talking to you. Eat your dinners. I've got camp all set up, and this is just amazing. I can see that there's a four-wheel drive trail that goes through the river and to the other side, and apparently there is also camping on the other side, but we're not going to do that without a group. And this is my campsite. This is my campsite. Fluffy's view for his dinner. My dinner. We're gonna do some hummus and pita. Fluffy's being a good boy and eating his dinner. I'm definitely gonna load him up on meds tonight because he is sore. Tonight more so than he has been. And he won't lay on his dog bed. I pulled his dog bed down. It was like, here's a nice spot for you. And he's like, no, I'd rather lay in the rocks. So, I'm probably gonna force him into the Jeep sooner rather than later so that he's not just sleeping on the rocks. The trail comes from there, comes across this rock bed, through this side of the stream, over that rock bed, through the other side of the stream, and then continues over there. But we're not taking that trail. That's something best left to being done in a group. But man, I just can't believe this campsite. I know I've already said that like 5 times, but I just can't believe it. This is kind of a dream campsite. Like, I wish I could take the kind of photos that you see in Instagram of like amazing campsites, because this is. You're doing a very good job eating almost all your food. It's a very good boy. He walked himself down to the stream rather than drink out of his own bowl of water, which is nice and elevated and to make it more comfortable for him. So I guess he's not too crazy bad, but it is time for his meds, so I gotta shove some pills down his throat. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna eat my healthy dinner and head into the Jeep pretty soon. We'll see you guys in the morning.